morning everyone, I'm Andrew and I'm here in Italy. I'm at Castelletto sopra Ticini. It's on Lake Maggiore. It's a glorious Saturday morning, last weekend in February. Today I'm riding my FELT AR2. It's an Aerobike. It's got Ultegra Di2 group set throughout and it's fitted with a Stages power meter. I'm also running Zip NSW 404 deep section carbon wheels, not really designed for climbing, but overall the bike is very light at just 7.8 kilograms. In this video I'm attempting the category climb up Mount Mottarone. Category is a French term which means more or less beyond categorization and is considered the most difficult of climbs in road cycle races. More about the profile later. First, I must ride some 25 kilometers around Lake Maggiore on a pan-flat road north to the town of Stresa. Then I'll attempt the climb from the northeast. If I manage to haul my 54-year-old body up the mountain, I'll make the descent on the southwestern side back to the start. An overall distance of some 80 kilometers. The first 25 kilometers of the route are ideal for this aerobike. Flat and open roads with few or no junctions. Today it appears most Italian riders are heading south in the opposite direction. This really is one of my most favourite rides along the western edge of Lake Maggiore. If you're interested, please check out my other video where I head a little bit further north and catch the ferry between Intra and Livorno. Arrived at Stresa. It's a wonderful day. It's about 12 degrees centigrade, it's dry and there's hardly any wind at all. So I've done about 25 kilometers to get here and I've averaged about 31 kilometers per hour, just under 20 miles per hour, so I'm feeling great. Now let's talk about the climb profile. It's about 1,300 meters, just about 4,000 foot of climbing. It's a serious climb. My best time climbing up this north face of it is about 1 hour 15. The gradient varies through different sections and there's one part I think it ramps up to about 19%. I'm not looking forward to that bit. Then it drops down a little bit with a bit of false flat into the wooded area, the Mottarone Natural Park, and then the final climb is a real zigzaggy bit as we climb out the tree line, eventually reach the snow line, and there's like a little ski station and a radio transmitter at the very top. I've taken my bib tight leggings off, bare legs for the first time this year. Sorry, I don't want to scare you, don't want to put you off. I better put some filters on this camera. These legs are a little bit white. So, let's get cracking. Starting the climb for Mottarone, and the sign says 21 k's to go. 21 kilometers of climbing. Oh my god. Age has little to do with climbability, but does obviously affect our efficiency as we get older. The single biggest determinant of how fast a rider can climb is his power to weight ratio. My FTP or functional threshold power at present is a low 260 watts for 1 hour. And I weigh a monstrous 89 kilograms, giving me a power to weight ratio of approximately 2.9 watts per kilogram for the hour, where a Tour de France climber has about twice that of 6 kilograms per watt or even more. The climb is starting to bite already. I'm in and out of the sunshine. I'm trying to keep my cadence up quite high so I'm not grinding, because I know that on the steep sections, I'm going to run out of gearing. I'm going to be relying on just muscle power to try and get me up and over those really steep parts. So for now, it's really important to just keep a smooth cadence, keep the pedals going around in a nice circle, because later on I'm going to probably be pedaling in squares. In the early part of a ride, it's really important not to go too hard and hit your red line or go anaerobic. Wow, that last hairpin was so tight, it almost went vertical as I went around the corner. Whew. Hope there's not too many more of those. And cue the heavy breathing for the next 1 hour. It's always hard to portray a climb on a small camera. I'll try and hold the camera horizontal, something like that. The gradient of the climb is about 8% at this point, and it can be judged against the slope of the wall on the opposite side of the road. Wonderful conditions, really clear. Much less hazy than it has been. Very nice. The route is just literally zigzagging on itself. 200-meter sections, turn, then go up the other way. On a nice clear day like today, distances can be a little bit misleading. Things look a lot closer than they really are. I've climbed 400 meters so far, the first part of the ascent. I can see the destination just up there, but that's still approximately 900 meters of ascent. In some ways it looks like it's just as close as it was at the bottom, but equally I feel like I could just reach out and touch it. Oh no, Mottarone 12. Having the correct gearing on your bicycle is vital if you want to maintain a good or high cadence. This will allow you to protect your very important glycogen stores and make them more available for those higher intensity efforts to get you over the ultra steep parts of any climb. This is the bit where it starts to get stupid steep. I think it's just around this next corner. This is it. This is the bit. Oh my God. 330 watts. 400. 400. Maintain 400. Ah. 391, 395. Oh, that super steep bit is really painful. up to 400 watts, but it's fairly short. So I've just come up there. I don't know if you can see that. And I'm at ALPINO. Fantastic little vista here for a very quick break. Swiss Alps there. Down there you can see the ferry that cuts across. Chance for a quick water break. Couple of dates to keep me going. Entering into the forest area, and I can see the first bits of snow where the sun can't quite get to. If you come up by car or vehicle, you have to pay a small entry to the national park here, but for bicycles it's free. Just coming up to the barrier. A short descent now and a bit of a false flat, and then we're into the second part of the climb and the real pain starts. Yep, hit the snow line now for sure. Quite a bit of snow. Since we're getting high, the temperature's dropped and the air feels thinner. Completely run out of gears. That's it. There's quite a contrast in the amount of ambient light in the trees and outside when the sun can get to me. It's really dark in here, and then all of a sudden it's super bright in the sunshine. feeling on top of the world. It's a real sense of achievement to have completed this HC climb, regardless of my age or the speed that I did it in. Thanks ever so much for joining me on this ride. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and until the next time, happy riding. See ya, take care.